gonna put your leg on, and if she doesn't, girl, excellent. Now this is great. So the thing is that she hasn't done the wrong thing yet, but she's not ready to really let me teach you. It's okay. So the thing, sorry to keep walking and making
You're
you move
fine.
um, so now I'd like you to put your leg on again and say I'd like to walk even a little faster than this. Good. Okay, so that's interesting because I felt like she kind of surged forward a little bit. So let's maybe start by counting the rhythm. Can you count the rhythm of this walk for me? Do you know how many beats there are in the walk? Yeah, you're right. Good. Okay, so count the rhythm for me. Okay. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna count it for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that track? Does that resonate with you? Okay, it's a little bit of a different rhythm than you were counting. So I want you to just feeling that left leg and the right leg going forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason this is important is because I need you to be able to perceive both when she slows down and when she speeds up. So the thing is that now I want you to put your leg on, and it should go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so she actually increased her speed there. Did you feel that as a response? Okay, good. So put your leg on again and tell me if the rhythm changes. Yeah, good. And so a little bit is fine. Maybe it's you want more than that, right? So here's the thing. I'm going to have you put your leg on. And if you don't feel like it's maybe as enthusiastic as you want, I want you to do that clapping exercise, okay? Oh, that's okay. That's legit. That was actually a pretty good response, I thought. Yeah, were you happy with it? Okay, good. So the thing is that now I want to aim even higher. So when you put your leg on, like I want her to be like, I would like to trot. Or I want her to kind of ask you, should I trot? So I want you to put your leg on, so you'll squeeze, and then I want you to go immediately to the clapping. Good. That worked pretty well, didn't it? Okay. All right. So the next part of this equation is she needs to go at least 20 meters, what I would call unassisted, okay, without you motivating her to go forward. So this is actually pretty good. I like this. I'd like you to try the same thing in the trot, where I want you to slide your lower leg back and ask her to go a little forward. Okay, so this is a little bit what I'm talking about. Did you think, did she speed up there when you put your leg on? Okay, she did. She responded. So what I like about your position is you have your heels down like gangbusters. But the thing is that what I don't see happen a lot of the time is I don't see you giving her any aids to tell her to keep going forward, which is why she's getting confused. Every once in a while she goes, do you still want me to go? So every once in a while you have to tell her that yes, you would like her to go. Does that make sense? Okay. And I think the thing is, couldn't see you behind my hair. The thing is that I wouldn't encourage you to like coast more. Put your leg on again. Yep, good. And if she doesn't go, you can do the clapping exercise. Excellent. Yeah, good. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to count the rhythm of the trot, which is a 2-beat gait, right? So out loud, let me hear it. Okay, that is not actually the rhythm. The rhythm goes with your posting. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, down, or down, up, down, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Your turn. Okay, and then a walk transition. Did you notice when you started to think about the rhythm and what the rhythm was, that she actually went forward a little bit more enthusiastically? Do you want to try it again? Okay.
I mean, I kind of did, but I was more like,
Okay, that's fine. So do me a favor. I want you to go ahead and what do you call it? Go down the long side again and continue to count the rhythm. And I want you to be really specific about it, okay? Like a conductor. That was a nice upward transition. Do you agree? Yeah, she kind of like jumped into the trot. Okay, good. Okay, and then a walk transition. So, because I know that you're in choir, that means you have a choir director, right? So when, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. You say, okay.
I take singing lessons with someone on.
Okay, great. So the thing is that you have your instructor. So if you're singing and you're watching your instructor, right? Your instructor might be conducting to some degree. Yes? You can say no. Yeah. Okay. So, or let's. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination on this one. Go with me. I'm going to talk to you about my choir experience. So you're in choir. You're singing a song. You're singing as a group, and your instructor is going like this. Right? You've seen a conductor in an orchestra. Okay. The thing is, the choir follows the conductor. When the conductor goes like this, the whole choir gets quieter. And if they make big gestures, they get louder. And if they slow the tempo of their hands moving back and forth, the choir follows. The thing is, when you are on a horse, you are the conductor. So the rhythm that you hold in your head and your body tells the horse what you want them to do. So if you're not thinking about that rhythm and that tempo, she's going, I don't know what she wants. I'm just going to take a guess and hope that this is it. And then if you're not giving her any input when she goes too slow, she doesn't know that she's supposed to go faster. So right now what's happening is she is guessing. And sometimes that guessing includes stopping. And then the only input she gets is you haul off and whack her with the whip. Does that seem fair? Okay. Okay, well, and so the thing is that what I would encourage you to do is to be more disciplined with your leg, because I didn't see any input, and it's not fair to hit her with the whip at that point in time. So I would actually encourage you to discipline yourself by riding without the whip. That way you're forced to use your leg, because when you use your leg, she goes forward just fine, right? Has there been a time so far where you put your leg on and nothing has happened? Not today. Yeah, exactly. So, but then the other thing is that when you use the clapping exercise, did you see how responsive she was to that? So now you have something that's as effective, if not more effective, than the whip. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's the cool thing about the clapping exercise. So you don't have to go full tilt like this, like pony club legs, you know what I mean? You could do something smaller than that. So right now, I just want you to kind of do like little claps. Again. She responded pretty well to that, didn't she? So come back over here because I have a question. I want you to show me how hard you're squeezing. Because the claps aren't about squeezing. It's actually about taking your leg away. Yeah. So show me how much pressure you put on when you're squeezing. Yeah. Okay. This is to me, I'm not saying you have to squeeze harder than this, but this is an acceptable amount of pressure. The other thing that I think is really important, are you squeezing with your calf at all? Are you really focused?
I might accidentally. I don't know. I mean, I try to focus just like right here.
Okay. Here's what I would tell you. I would focus on your heel. Because I want you to do something. Squeeze with like your calf right now, specifically like your calf. Okay. You hold it. Do you see what happens with the rest of your body? Yeah, everything tenses, right? And so, I'll show you something weird, but I'm going to show you what. Okay. So if I do this and the horse's back is supposed to be between, do you think this makes it easier or harder for her to move? Harder, right? So when you squeeze like that, versus if you use your heel, this is what happens, right? So use your heel. You feel how that creates more space?
Yeah.
This is the shape that creates. It invites the horse to come up and underneath it so that they can move forward. So I personally am quite opposed to actually using your calf or any part of your leg. And some of that's because I'm so small. So like when I use my heel, like that's the most important thing. But I also think you should experiment with where on her side you use your leg. So you're really nice and touching underneath here. But I actually think the part where she might be more responsive is a little bit further back. So I want you to experiment with what part of her side you use your heel on and find what is the most effective. Okay?
Like right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and walk on. So try different places. And even maybe try going like way back. So you do some experiments and then come tell me what you think is the most effective place for you to use your leg. Oops. Oh, interesting, huh? But is it weird?
I mean, like, yes and no. It feels weird. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, excellent. So the thing is that your resting leg can be where it wants to hang, but your active leg, your asking leg, maybe is further back. Okay? So the thing is that I want to fiddle with your position, but I want to do a little bit of trot work first where you experiment with where you use your leg in the trot. Okay? Good. And experiment with using your leg a little further back. Oh-ho! Yeah, that made a difference, didn't it? Okay. We're walking this way.